Hi everyone, I'm Farmer Jolly and this is our survival series on Riverbend Springs. Now, I've just finished chopping the trees down for the deadwood contract that we took out in the last episode, and the trailers are all loaded up and we are on our way to the sawmill to drop them off. I have checked the grain elevator and that is progressing well. Hopefully we'll be able to sell some more stuff there to earn some extra cash, because I quite like to get another field today, or in this episode. Now, the field that I would like to get, if I just jump into the let the game save, I'll just jump into the map if it decides to save. There we go. Now, the field that I'd quite like, I want to try and stick close to our field up here. 43 would be lovely, and it is only 64,000. However, it is a cotton field, so we wouldn't be able to do anything with it. 46 would be nice, but it's going to be well out of our price range because it's got so much land with it. 41's not too bad, and nor is field 49. The other option is we get field 34 and field 35 and a plough and plough the two together, because that would give us a bit of extra land. Or we could go for one of the other fields, but again they're cotton. I'd like to try and stick relatively close, so field 34 and 35 might be our best option. What we'll do once we've I forgot where we are, down here. Once we've sold or dropped off the wood, we'll head back to our farm and we'll have a look, because it looks like we could expand field 35 quite a bit, and then obviously we would need a plough for that, and then we could also plough 34, as I say, into 35 and make one much bigger field for our own crop. We would obviously need to get the cedar, so we'll have a look at that as well. But let's go and get these sold. I suppose actually we could use auto drive. So sawmill, unload point, and that's now on its way. So we'll leave that there, and we'll just jump over back into the combine, see how these are looking. Still grass bales at the moment. So this is field 34, and again we could expand it ever so slightly and then bring it down, join it in here. And it would get quite steep. I suppose that's why it's not been expanded or been created, but we could come out down here and get quite a lot more if we come all the way up here. That could work, but what we would need, unfortunately there's nothing in the sale, is we would need a plough, which is going to be about £14,000, and then we need to get the cedar as well. And I'm not sure which the cheapest cedar is. That's 33. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be 33,000. So it's going to be tricky to get the cedar and the fields in this episode. So that is a cedar, but it will only do, I think, canola and grass. Is that canola? Yes. Well, if we wanted canola, that might be an option. Let's have a quick look. So canola gets 708, but obviously barley, oats, and wheat, we can get straw. We might have to start with the canola just because it's cheaper to get the equipment. Our combine can harvest that, can't it? Where's our header? Yeah. So we can harvest canola. So that might be our best option. It's just a shame that we haven't got a plough and can't afford the I can't afford one because I love this one because it's so nice to use, but we don't have the horsepower, and B, I don't want to spend 17,000 where we can use something like this, which is 2 meter. So yeah, I think we'll probably go for that. I suppose we could finance the equipment again. But anyway. Oh, why is this... Has this arrived or is it stuck? It's pretty much here. Right. Let's stop the worker. And I'm not sure... Oh, it's trying to reverse. But I don't think it can reverse brilliantly, the dolly trailers. It's okay. Let's park these here. And I'm not sure how much wood is still here. We've got about 4,000 litres. And now we have 22,000 litres. That's really good. So, just trying to think what the best solution is going to be. Maybe our best option would be to get... Where was it? Was it disc harrow? Yes. This. Right, so it would actually... It would be 13,000 for that. How much would it be for just a normal seeder? Okay, so we are still talking about 33,000. So that's the cheapest? Yeah, 33 I think is the cheapest. Horsepower, that's 150. So actually I think we would have to go for that because I don't think we'd be able to... Because that's going to be quite expensive, I think. Yeah, 2,000 a month. So what I'm thinking is actually, as nice as it would be to have, where are our fields? Here. Nice it would be to have these two fields. I think would be better buying a field such as field 41 or field 49 and the cultivator and not getting the plough. I think we'd be able to save some money there. So what we'll do, because... Where is it? Nope. Here. Because this has still got quite a bit left, we will progress time, probably move into the next month and see how this is looking, and hopefully we'll be able to progress into the next step and earn some more money. So I'll see you the next month. Right, so we are in August and it's still taking quite a bit of time for the Grain Elevator Museum to use the materials that we've already dropped off. However, prefab walls can be sold at the grain elevator museum, and we've got 8,000 litres, and she's going to give us £43,000. We could look at selling the others, but because we want to try and build the museum, I think we're going to sell those. But there is also a contract, this wood transport contract from up in the top corner to the sawmill, which it states we are leasing. So, and it is paying 7,395. So we're going to lease that. And we do need to collect the Deadwood contract. So what we'll do is we are going to jump into the Landini and set this going to the sawmill load point, and we'll jump into this, and we are going to head up to the top of the map by field 20 and grab those logs and bring them back here. And I'm not sure, but hopefully they'll turn into, or they'll stay. If I don't crash into the post, I think we'll have to go a bit further around. Hopefully they will stay in the sawmill and we'll get the wood. I'm not sure if that is going to work, but we will find out. And we'll sell those, the prefab walls, and hopefully we'll be able to buy another field. I'm not sure if the field that we get will be ready to harvest or not. It would be nice if it is, but we shall see. So let's get over to basically by field 20 and collect these logs. Right, we've just got to this log pile. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to take all of these logs in one go. Hopefully we will. So let's find out and get the first trailer very full. Okay, so, and then we'll try the second. Yep. We're going to have to come back for another load. What we're going to do is just change onto this. And I'm going to try to just get rid of that log. There we go. So what we can do, if we spin around and what we're going to do is, rather than using the auto drive, is we're just going to use this normal one and bring the tractor to about there, and we're going to jump into the Landini. And I've loaded up 4 of the 8 prefab walls, and we're going to go and deliver these to the grain elevator. Keep forgetting the name of it. And hopefully we should get about 20,000 from these 4, and then another 20-ish from the next 4, and we should then be able to buy a second field. Actually, are the fields that we're looking at ready to be harvested? Let's have a look. So what is it in field 41? So we can't get that. That's quite a lot. So it's probably going to be 49 that we end up getting. Or I suppose field 28. Let's have a quick look. So it's got these trees as well. Okay, so that's an option. But field 49 isn't too bad. It's smaller than our grass field. But I suppose we need to find out how much we can get. So, are we going the right way? Yes, we are. Right. We're at the grain elevator. Let's see how much we get and whether they get put into storage or not. So, we've got 21,000 and they are in storage, which is brilliant. So, we can now send that back to the load point and quickly jump into this and unload these. So I can't believe we're over £60,000. That's really good going. So let's come down probably a bit too much speed. Stop that there. And we'll soon see. So we've got 0% done for the contract, and we actually have no wood in the sawmill. So let's get into the trigger. It did give us some. We've done most of the contract, but we only got a couple of 100 litres, which is better than nothing. But it would have been nice to have more. Now, I'm wondering whether we're better to sell everything that we've made to the sawmill. Not the sawmill, that's where we are. To the grain elevator already. Or wait for the best price. Obviously, if we sell it now, then we'll have more money that we can get for the get a field and possibly even upgrade some of our equipment. Let's have a quick look. We'll send this off on a worker. So let's select this and go create job and go to up here. There we go. And then let's have a look. So we've got wood beams. Let's have a look. Value all stations. That we're still going to get 9,500 for it there. We've got prefab walls we are selling. These ones we are going to get 16,000, and the planks will get nearly 30,000. So maybe we are best to just load everything up. And the wood chips, we might as well wait because there's not much. So the Landini has now arrived again. So let's start this. And if we're going to sell everything, let's start by collecting everything that we've stacked down here. Because there's quite a bit. So, left shift R. Now, I'm pretty convinced that we could take more than what it's automatically put on. Because there's a big gap. So let's just try. And, well, actually, I want to unload those and see if we can. I just want the prefab walls to start with. I don't know why the unloading area is blocked. Okay, let's reverse up to these pallets. And it's done the wood chips. This isn't going brilliant. Right. Let's get some more pallets loaded up and these wood chips unloaded and head back to the grain elevator. Welcome back. So we've got the last few logs for the wood transport contracts and we are pretty much at the sawmill. The Landini has been loaded up with a lot of the products that we've created. And has made its way over to the grain elevator museum, and we will get that sold. We'll finish this contract. So yeah, again, we've got no wood and we've got 85 litres, which is going to run out very quickly. But let's collect the contract money. We'll jump into the Landini, which is here, and you can see it is very full. We've got... I don't know why that... let's turn that off. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's very full. I lost count. We've definitely got 2 prefab walls and loads of other pallets. So let's reverse this back into the sell point. And we've currently got just... We've currently got just over £70,000. So let's... 127. That's amazing. And they should... Yep, they are all being stored. Now, I was having a bit of a rethink during the break. As much as I'd love to buy another field, I think we might be better to buy this area down here. Now, we can't afford it just yet. It is £172,000. And this is 102. So we could get the field. But if we've got this, we can... How much could we get for that? 77. I'm wondering whether we should look at selling this and moving down here and using the main farm and then start expanding from down here, because we've got a wheat field here which it's already been harvested. That's a shame. But yeah, if we were to come down here, we'd at least have some... Let's have a look. We'd have a silo. There is a cow pen with it's got some cows in it. And we've got some sheds. But what we could also do is look at possibly somewhere where we'd have to build a sheep pasture. I think that's a shed that we can build. So we could remove that and rebuild the sheep pasture down here and the greenhouse. And at least we can start putting putting our equipment away. That might be a good option. So we're going to end the episode there for today. Let me know your thoughts. Should we buy a field, or should we buy this plot of land or a different plot of land with some buildings on and start expanding the farm by actually having some sheds that we can store the equipment in? Like I say, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. But as always, thank you very much for watching this video. I do hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, if you could hit that like button, that would mean a lot to me. And if you've not subscribed to the channel already, if you could, that would mean a great deal. And hopefully we'll see you back here for the next episode. Thanks again for watching, and bye for now.